So I thought I could do something a little bit different today and talk about part of my workflow that you may find surprising. Now, I work in technology. I make podcasts, write a blog, make these videos. Everything I do at work involves tech. But a lot of that work is kind of behind the scenes. So I'm on a lot of conference calls. I edit a lot of podcasts. That includes like taking notes while we record of things I need to go in and fix or adjust. And then I just have like sort of the miscellaneous administrative stuff that comes with running a small business. And that means I generate a lot of little notes to myself. So like a list of invoices or timestamps or things like that that I could put down in something like Apple Notes. But this tool is just sort of fall down for me. I want something that I can have with me at all times. I don't have to take my iPad out with me if I go run errands or let alone a full laptop. That's where paper notebooks really come into the scene for me. I use notebooks by a company called Field Notes. This isn't sponsored by them or anything. I just really like their products because they're pocket size. I can put it in my front left pocket with a pen and it is always with me. So like I said, the stuff that goes in here is sort of miscellaneous stuff. I don't view these notebooks as precious. There's nothing that's like too important to go in the notebook or not important enough to go in the notebook. If I need to write it down, I simply write it down, and that's enough for me usually to remember it. Now, I do scan these notebooks when I fill them up, and I do store them all. They're on display here in the studio. I mean, have you seen this office? I can't get rid of anything. I save everything, including these filled up notebooks. So I have an archive starting in 2011 of all these notebooks that I filled up. Now, I have them and I scan them, but I don't reference them very often, going back into time. Occasionally something will come up. I need to look something up from a phone call or remember a detail. But most of the time, the act of writing it down helps me remember it. But I do keep them because there are the occasional moments where I need to go back. But I like having these breadcrumbs through like client meetings for jobs I don't have anymore, or big projects I worked on, or even starting Relay FM. Little notes and reminders of what that time was like are sort of sealed into these notebooks really forever. I think that's kind of cool, something that you kind of lose the timeline, you lose the history of those things when it's just a text file or it's in Apple Notes. Now, this isn't for everybody. I understand these digital tools are way more flexible. You can search, you can have them sync to all your devices. Paper notebooks maybe seem a little old-fashioned to some of you, but I sort of appreciate their simplicity, and it's been a really key cornerstone of the way I work for a really long time. Like I said, dating back, way back to 2011. So something I do, something that is important to me, and I also wanted to share it with you real quickly today. If you have more questions about my workflow, I would love if you'd leave a comment below. I'm actually thinking about putting together a video or maybe a series of videos on how I edit and record podcasts, the gear and all that stuff. Kind of thinking about a project to share some of my expertise. So if you have any ideas for that, let me know in a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.